What's up, everybody? My mind is blown. Like the videos my intro plays, we got to get right into this.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big Mims.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I got a feeling.
Okay, so this one is a different kind of video. Before I say anything, all these things are alleged and in my mind. This first part of the video is going to be specifically based on the receipts that Tamika dropped and also the timeline that Tamika shared. I'm a fair content creator. I have also given you Tasha's side, Rocky's side, but this first part is going to be about the timeline that Tamika shared. So I want to remind you guys about this interview really quickly, and then we'll get into it.
So she signed all of you up. So Candy and Tiny, you guys got your checks. Tamika, you were not receiving a check.
It was like a couple of years later, and she called. She's like, "Baby, Tiny just got a nice little check, baby. Did you get your check, baby?" I said, "What check?" She said, "Baby, the check I signed you up a few years ago." I said, "I haven't seen the check."
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So she's like, "I'm getting on the phone. Let me find out where your money." So once she did her investigation, they was like, my address had been changed. She put my address in. At the time, I was living in New York, so she put my New York. It was changed to my mom and my sister's address. My sister was living with my mom at that time.
Okay. And so you still really don't know how the address got changed.
No.
So
I mean, I know. Well,
yeah.
I didn't do it. Miss Diane didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the timelines. So Tasha, Tamika, everybody said that this happened about 10 or 11 years ago. So that puts us at around 2011, 2012. Not only were the checks being allegedly stolen, Tasha and Rocky were living with her mom. We can assume a lot of things. They were on hard times, whatever. We don't know that aspect yet. But that's the timeline, 2011, 2012. The address that the checks were going to was just a small, let me put it up on the screen to share with you guys, just a small commercial space. It's going for like $1,600 a month now, but back 10, 11 years ago, I could say maybe $1,000. So nothing, to write home about, but you are living with your mother-in-law, but you are renting a new office space. So what's happening around that time? Allegedly, you're receiving monies that belong to Tamika. So this is why I'm saying this is all my opinion. It's all alleged. You get an office space and you form a new LLC. So let me share with you this. So this company was formed in 2012. So, okay, that's right at the time that you are allegedly receiving these checks, right? LLCs, one of the best things about an LLC is an LLC is a distinct legal entity, meaning that the law recognizes it as a legal person. That means an LLC can sell, buy, and/or own property under its name. It also means that if the LLC is in debt, creditors are only allowed to go after the LLC's assets, not the personal assets of its owners or members. So if an LLC fails, only the money that you invested in its stake, not your home, car, bank accounts, or other personal assets, can you go after. A lot of people, like allegedly, Teresa had her house as an LLC back when everything got exposed about all of the criminal activities that she was involved in. Also, at a certain point, they alleged that Chateau Chiray was an LLC. It's a way to protect your assets if maybe things are a little shady. Are you guys following me? So 2016, probably be around the time that the checks hadn't been coming anymore and nobody had found out allegedly. So there's not necessarily really a need. So what happens? The LLC gets dissolved. And what else happens in 2016? Xscape comes back together. Y'all remember, Xscape had a actual reality show and they were coming back together. So that was in 2017, but pre-production and all that had to have started in 2016. So, these old checks aren't really an issue anymore. Nobody has said anything about them. And now I think Tasha was the one that said once Xscape got back together, they were doing 30,000 a night. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I think you guys are following me. The company gets dissolved in 2016. The money is now flowing into everybody's pockets again. And nobody has said anything about those alleged checks that totaled $30,000. I'm not saying anything, but again, this is all alleged. This is all in my opinion. But I think you guys are following me. So let's move on to Sound Exchange. If you did not see my video last night, it was an open panel and we had a good time. Check that out. But one of my subscribers said something that got my wheels spinning, right? So it was about Sound Exchange. And I started thinking, well, wait, Sound Exchange was a very viable company. I had already reached out to them when I first found out about stuff that was going on. They are a extremely viable company. And I asked my subscribers during the live, I said, did any of you guys know anything about Sound Exchange prior to this? And they said no. So now what is happening is the public is being made aware of it, but it's in a very negative way. And when you have a business who, let me give you guys what Sound Exchange is. The organization designated by the U.S. government to administer the Section 114 sound recording license, Sound Exchange collects and distributes digital performance royalties on behalf of 600,000 creators. In 2022, they exceeded $9 billion. This is a very viable company. But now people are starting to say, oh, well, I can sign so-and-so up. Now, shout out to Tiny's mom. Love her. What she did for those girls was absolutely great. But we're not talking about honest people like Tiny's mom. We're talking about people who are dishonest. So now what's happening is the thought about Sound Exchange is, oh, you could, let me not say that. What's being said is all negative things, and it's all based on this scenario where alleged forgery happened, and now you can get some $30,000 in checks. So I'm pretty sure that any business where that happens, they have to start looking at checks and balances system. That's not a good look. And they're designated by the US government. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them specifically investigate this scenario. And once those wheels are turning, that could be a situation where the police, the feds are brought into this scenario. Why not? If there's forgeries, and what you don't want for a business that has had nothing but either they're quiet, no press at all, or the press is good because now artists can get their performance royalties that they never knew that they were owed, right? So they were like the people's champ for artists. Because now, I mean, you guys know that in the music industry, the writers and producers get a lot of that money because they own the sound. Artists are usually just the performers, but this is a way for performers to get money. So it's not a good look. So I would not be surprised if Sound Exchange gets involved. Now, the last thing, y'all, I'm telling you, I told you guys this was explosive. The last thing was a blind item. So I read through it and I'm like, okay, I need more information specifically about like Candy in them. However, I saw this and my ears perked up. So this is alleged. Candy, Tamika, and Tiny have filed paperwork to dissolve their LLC owned with Latocha and have filed paperwork to create their own LLC to serve as a business for their live shows. Exiting the LLC will leave Latocha the sole owner of their former LLC. I was told this is being done for several reasons, mainly taxes and to protect future revenue. Soon Xscape will legally be a trio on paper. So I heard that and my ears perked up because I had seen this. They are doing their publicity and everything and going out as a solo group. This makes good business sense, right? Because let me let you guys hear this. If you did not remember, Tasha wasn't going to rehearsals. Tasha didn't know what she was going to do. And this is what Tasha felt about the group in her own words.
I don't know. It's a lot going on even with that. And I don't want to have the juggling. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I'm going to have to make a decision.
So they don't know you.
Make a decision as in you don't know if you're going to be a part of the group. So if I were in the group, it would only make sense that if I don't know if somebody's going to rehearsals, I don't know if they're going to show up, and why would I be dividing the money by 4 when I could divide it by 3? So to me, this says that this might be the way Xscape looks moving forward. It's already being advertised as such. So you guys tell me in the comments, did you catch my timeline of events with the alleged $30,000 checks, and how strangely that business was dissolved as soon as the money started rolling in and years after the checks had been gone, as if to say, now it's swept under the rug? Just my opinion, all alleged, all based on what was presented by everybody. So I'm very curious to know what y'all think about that, but definitely in the comments, put the other stories, and I will see you guys later. I will link my videos, my open panel, and my tapes and cheating allegations. This one was really good because I went in depth about the alleged burglary and the taking of the tape. So definitely check that out. And I will also link my open panel because we had a good time on that one. Thank you to all my new subscribers. We're now 34,000 strong. I have another video coming up specifically about Portia and some things that I saw. I think I caught her in a lie. So we'll have to go into that one as well. But I will see you guys later. Have a good one.